I'm about to play Walden, a game. Um, I'm really excited to play this. It looks like it's beautiful. I'd like to see how Thoreau is translated into game. I was just playing Moonbase, which is super cool. My stream got cut off right at the end. I'm learning stuff. Probably what I should have done is just like seen that my internet was out. Somehow the network needed to be disconnected and reconnected. Um, I kind of knew there was something wrong, but didn't check on it. So a lot of my play through Moonbase, like a good 10 minutes, and my video got cut off. Anyway, so back to what I'm doing now, which is to play Walden. And I think that the soundtrack's supposed to be really cool. Probably gonna mess up my sound by doing this. We'll see. If the sound is really off, just let me know. Use the arrow keys to navigate menus and enter key to confirm your selection. Sounds great to me. New game.
I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life, to live so sturdily and Spartan-like as to reduce it to its lowest terms, and, if it proved to be mean, to get the whole and genuine meanness of it, or if it were sublime, to know it by experience, and to give a true account of it.
Okay. I'm gonna lower that volume back down. Alright. To begin living Thoreau's experiment, seek out the glittering arrowheads throughout the woods. The first one is on the rock. Oop, I don't read fast enough. UAS, yeah, I was already doing that, kinda. Press spacebar to continue. Okay. Oh, awesome. So this is just camera angle. The mouse. Uh-oh, my fan is going off again. This is really beautiful. I love when a video game is able to do this. Like, to be an obvious picture. A rendered drawing, not a photograph. I just love it. This is beautiful. Press and hold the right mouse button over anything in the world to inspect it closely. Okay.
Interesting.
Wow. You can do the flowers even. Wow, did he actually put that in the book? I'm going to read this. So, Oxeye Daisy. Every new flower that opens, no doubt, expresses a new mood of the human mind. Whitewood or Oxeye Daisy will open perhaps tomorrow or the next day. My thoughts begin to correspond. Wow. I just want to say that if that's actually Thoreau, I'm not gonna waste time right now checking on that. But I love it. I love it. So let's, like what's this rock? Yep, that's Oxeye Daisy. What's this rock? Nope, it's just gonna do the Oxeye Daisy. Okay, but what about this tree? Large pitch pine. Pine groves stand like temples or like fleets at sea, full rigged with wavy bows and rippling with boughs when the bough breaks, with wavy boughs and rippling with light, so soft and green and shady that the Druids would have forsaken their oaks to worship in them. Oh yeah, this is great. can roar by holding the shift key while moving. Don't overexert yourself. Oof. So, detail about me and video games. Certain video games give me motion sickness, and this one is doing that. My hope is that so far I'm like in love with this game. Oh, listening for the sounds of life in the distance will add to your inspiration. You will often hear them if you linger at the edge of the woods. Which, yes, I am hearing some cool stuff. My fan's going real, like, my fan's going right now, so hopefully the way Slobs is set up, you can still hear some of this. In fact, oh wow! How am I going to get out of the game if I need to go to another window? Is that an Alt-Tab kind of thing? Oh, yep. Fantastic. Alt-Tab. I'm fine. All right. So what's going on here is I have no cursor at all. Oh, different flower. Oh, I didn't finish explaining. Oh, is that ragweed?
Interesting.
Leaves. Shall I not have intelligence with the earth? Am I not partly leaves and vegetable mold myself? Interesting. I'm looking for golden arrowheads. This is truly beautiful. Press J to open and close your journal. The first page is a map of the woods. Press spacebar to continue. This is your journal, a collection of all the ideas you found in the woods. The first page is a map of Walden. Use the Q and E keys to... Oh, interesting. Wow, so that's awesome. I'm guessing those are his actual words. I am loving this. I am loving this a lot. This is a great way to explore Thoreau's Walden. I mean, uh-oh. How do I get out of... Okay. Okay, so what I was saying was I get really motion sick with games that do stuff like this. So if I will let you know if I have to quit. Black birch seedling. The seedling stoops to rise, to mount higher in coming years by subtle chemistry, climbing by the sap in the trees and its first fruits. Thus shed transmuted at last may adorn its crown when in after years it's become the monarch of the forest. The reason that happened, I went, I have a big problem with games that haven't been edited perfectly before they're published. So, and I assume that the is not supposed to be there. That is definitely not Thoreau's house. So I'm just wondering what that's about. This road will lead away from the woods to the town of Concord. So that's bad. Is that the point? Just a house. Oh, that's cool. So it doesn't always to Concord. So I'm wondering if to Concord. Okay, move close, center and click on objects like arrowheads to interact with them.
Interesting.
Pipergrass. That's pipergrass. Have at him. Chop him up. Turn his roots upward to the sun. Don't let him have a fiber in the shade. If you do, he'll turn himself to other side up and be as green as a leek in 2 days. Oof, my fan is like, oh, these graphics. Welcome to Concord. Here you can find the general store, post office, and your family's home. The yellow building just ahead. All right, that's good to know. Like, awesome. I'm glad that I can go to Concord, but I'm actually gonna head back into the woods. It looks like Concord is going to take up a little bit of my time, and I'd prefer to be in the nature. Though I guess I can do this. This is the home of Ralph Waldo Emerson, your mentor and friend. You can enjoy his library or do odd jobs at his workbench for money. Oh, wow. I mean, there's obviously a lot to this game. Oh, I forget how to do the map. Was Q the map? Well, shoot. Show how. Map. J is the journal. Oh, J is the journal. J is the journal, and the first page is the map. I wish it said where I was. I guess I just came from Concord. Okay. I guess I'm okay. You know it's really dark. Well, darn. I don't think I have a light. It's too bad about the fan. Ooh. Did I see something? Okay. L to do my lantern. Fantastic. Yay. Awesome. Henry David Thoreau. Just gonna run a little bit here. I don't want to get too... You've discovered Brister's Orchard. These wild apple trees produce fine fruit from late summer through the fall. Wow, so this is like, you are literally going to be like him living. This is a Thoreau simulator. This is a Thoreau simulator. I like this because I think this is a good way to explore, like, you know, what he described in Walden, as far as how he survived, what he did. So I like that. And I love the graphics. Hopefully y'all can hear the sound a bit. It's a good score, good sound effects. Despite the fact that I easily forget things, I do have J for journal, which has the map, which is not difficult to remember once you got it. It is now evening. Soon it will be time to rest and reflect on the day. I don't know where my little cabin in the woods is, so that's a problem. That's nice. I like this. And then, oh shoot, and then J to close it. So I'm not sure, like, if I will play this again. I know that sounds really weird. Now it is time to reflect on your day in the woods. Each evening when you hear the clock chime, review the notes that are... Okay. Can I just say something? For streaming purposes, I'd like to read this stuff aloud, some of it. So the game making that stuff go away quicker than I can read it out loud for an audience of 0 people is kind of annoying. I just note these, like, in my streams, I just say annoying, like, things that are annoying to me. And so I hope no devs ever get sad listening to me, because I'll be fully upfront. Like, this is dope. Like, I love this game. Wake where you are. Oh, let's go to our cabin for sure. Oh, enter, not spacebar. You have another letter by your front door. You may get more mail as the day passes. My home. I began to occupy my house on the 4th of July as soon as it was boarded and roofed. It is still under construction. Oh, and then I have a little icon over there, but I can't really interact with the icon. Coat rack. Let him who has work to do recollect that the object of clothing is first to retain the vital heat. Your clothes have some wear. Click here to mend your clothing. Click where? Oh. Click and drag to make the motion shown by the arrow. Your inspiration has become low, but can be... Click and drag the mouse again to keep working, or use the WASD keys to move away from the task. So, like, I'm literally sewing here. Which is that. Your clothes are somewhat mended, but you can still work on them. The clothing icon will grow green when your clothes are completely mended. Okay. Sure. So I'm sewing. Things you never thought you would do in a video game. Mend clothes in a mini game. Because I think it is a mini game. I think you can, like, yeah. See, I think that didn't do it. See, I don't, yeah, I think that you literally have to do it right. Yeah. That's so cool. Like, random shit like that in games. I love it. Like, oh, okay. I'm mending my clothes by doing a little mouse mini game. Like, cool. Well, I hesitate to even call it game, but it's interactive. You've repaired your clothes as much as you can at this time. Check the state of your clothing by pressing the right mouse button over your coat where it hangs. Okay, true enough. To press escape to pause the game from the pause menu. You can save or exit the game. Okay. Here's my chair. I had 3 chairs in my house. 1 for solitude, 2 for friendship, and 3 for society. That's awesome. This is in my journal. What are you doing now? Emerson asked. Do you keep a journal? So I make my first entry today. It's not true. I've already made a bunch of them. Okay. What else is in my little housey house? Oh. Letter from Emerson offering to lend you an axe. Click on the letter to read it. Okay.
July 1845. Dear Henry, you've told me yourself that it is difficult to begin anything without borrowing, and I know that you can use an axe, so I've left one for you in my front yard by the chopping stump. Do come by any time to fetch it. Perhaps we can discuss the new lecture I am working on while you are here. Your friend, Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Hopefully you heard that, plus you can see the letter on the screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and press M to reread your mail wherever you are in the world. Okay. Location of items you need to find and tasks you might want to do will be marked with a red X on the map in your journal. Oh, that's fantastic. So basically it says you need to go, ignoring your basic needs such as food, fuel, shelter, and clothing will lower your natural energy reserves and you'll tire more quickly. So, Emerson, there's like a $sign. That means there's a job, chopping stump, and a task to do. Alright. You have a letter on your doorstep. Click on it to pick it up. That already happened. Not sure why that's like that.
Interesting.
Hair. The hairs were so nearly the color of the ground that they could hardly be distinguished when still. Sometimes in the twilight I alternately lost as recovered sight of one sitting motionless under my window. I totally missed what was in that little bubble. Hopefully it does it again. High bush blueberry. I make my supper of blueberries and lay up a store for several days. The fruits do not yield their true flavor to the purchaser of them, nor to him who raises them for the market. It is early summer. This plant is ripe. Click on it to pick it. Oh, sweet. Remember to press and hold the right mouse button over things like bushes to get used to info about them. Yeah, no, I know. Alright, can I do that again? Yeah, I can. So basically, you just keep doing this thing until the icon is, like, green. Is this ever gonna turn green? Probably blueberries, like, are just never gonna do it. Food that you find, grow, or buy will fill your food stores. The food jar icon will glow green when they are completely filled. So probably blueberries hardly... Probably I'm just wasting time, right? I mean, unless that was indicating that I should make it green with these. Oh, there's a pond! Yay! I'm not finding any of these arrowheads yet. Ooh, there's a fire. Fire! Campfire. I sometimes left a good fire when I went to take a walk in a winter afternoon, and when I returned 3 or 4 hours afterward, it would be still alive and glowing. I am fully rested. Okay, hold on. Campfire makes me fully rested. Excellent. Sorry, I was reading that so poorly. Press and hold the right mouse button over a fire to see your energy level. Fires will rise as you rest near them and die down again once you've regained all your, whatever. You could fish if you had your fishing rod. The spot where you left it is marked with a red X on the map in your journal. Press J to open the journal. So I left my fishing rod. Hey, does that arrow mean you are here? That would be pretty sweet. Fishing spot. The wildness and adventure that are in fishing still recommend it to me. Perhaps I have owed to this employment my closest acquaintance with nature. So I could fish here if I had a rod. I know where the rod is. Or at least it's in the map. Alright. I still haven't found an arrowhead. Oh, I already had that little bit. Alright. I'm gonna keep going. I'm actually gonna check, does the map tell me where I am? Yeah, it looks like I've moved. I should probably, I mean, the game is saying go to Emerson. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. Well, I should probably stop soon because I do have work to do. Let's say that I can play until 1 p.m. Eastern time. this looks like the place I should be going. This way. Yep. This is your bean field. Click on the brush to clear an area for planting. Bean plot. What shall I learn of beans or beans of me? I cherish them. I hoe them early and late. I have an eye to them, and this is my day's work. You can plant beans here once you clear the brush away. Click on the brush to clear it. Okay. Am I not doing that? Okay. Click on the cleared area to plant beans. Yeah. Weeds will appear each new day as the beans grow. You will need to weed your bean plants regularly until they are harvested. Okay, so I need to kind of remember where this is too. Okay. The thing I will say is, and I don't know how this is gonna play out, but with the, grabbing an axe and having to weed the bean fields and all this stuff, like, I kind of would almost rather, like, read through, if that makes any sense. I mean, for all I know, this is fine. Like, it won't be an overbearing task. And that's my hope, that it won't be overbearing. So I'm just, like, planting beans, I guess. I mean, I'm guessing, here's my guess, is that the more you plant, the more you're going to have to weed. And weeding is also this process of clicking on things. I mean, I understand I could be doing it faster, but first of all, I'll tell you, the game is not letting me do it much faster. Oops, I did it over here. I don't know. Oh, is that a hair? Is that a hair? Well, I cannot see. Oh, lantern. Is L lantern? Yes, L is lantern. I need to go the exact opposite direction to go to Emerson's. So that is what I'm going to do. I guess I could have done more bean field, but I didn't. Okay, I'm on a path. Let's double check that path because I get lost a lot. Nope, I'm actually going the right way. I get lost a lot in video games. My husband is so kind to me in EverQuest. He puts up with me being, like, I'll lose track of him. Just the other day, we were in, oh gosh, Emerald Jungle? I don't know, somewhere in Canark, and I fell off a cliff. I lived. It wasn't like a huge cliff, but it was a good half my health, and, so, anyway, that's Project 1999 woes. That's not for our indie game playing right now. Oh, I think I'm coming up on Emerson's house. I can probably run over, huh? I'm not sure how much running, like, takes the energy out, because it did warn me about that. So, do I ever sleep at Emerson's, or is that, like, against my... Oh, look, it's my first arrowhead.
Every day or two, I stroll to the village to hear some of the gossip which is incessantly going on there, circulating either from mouth to mouth or from newspaper to newspaper, and which, taken in homeopathic doses, was really as refreshing in its way as the rustle of leaves and the peeping of frogs.
Fantastic. All right, let me lower the volume again. What's this? Dog bone. Do what you love. Know your own bone. Gnaw at it. Bury it. Unearth it. And gnaw it still. Interesting. Emerson's house. I intend to build me a house which will surpass any on the main street in Concord in grandeur and luxury as soon as... Oops. Whoa. Whoops. Did I press something? Well, anyway, let me finish reading that. As soon as it pleases me as much and will cost me no more than my present one. Okay. I don't recall. Oh, because I fell asleep. Yeah, let's wake up in Concord. Actually, where I am is fine. So I fell asleep right in front of Emerson's house. Just camping out there in his front yard, basically, is apparently what happened. As your bean plants grow, they may sprout weeds. At the bean field, click on bean plants with weeds to weed them. You know what? I'm curious. Can you? No. Of course you can't, because I was going to say, can you click on a place and fast travel? Because that would be nice right now. Fast traveling. But I do want to pick up my... Oh, click on airheads with orange glints to discover the memories they reveal. Didn't I kind of already do that?
It's very good to make your acquaintance, Mr. Thoreau. Your sister seems to believe our thoughts and philosophies are very much aligned. It is good to find a youth so interested in the finer fruits of thought.
All right, I'm going to head on in. Is that the thing? Waldo's Cup and Ball. How can whoa, shoot. You can clean up young Waldo's toys to earn money from Emerson. Okay, but hold on, I want to read that because that was cool. Ah, no. It's too bad, like you have to. A short time ago, they were spinning tops all the country over. Now every boy has a stick curved at the end for hockey in his hand. Whether in yards or in distant lanes, I meet them. Okay. Let's head on in. Ooh, lots of letters. Excuse me. These letters may give you insight into... What will they give me insight into? What?
Dear Miss Fuller, it was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for the introductions to such brilliant new company. I am sure that writers such as these will fill our new journal with rays of golden talent. I have another name to add to the roster of our dial, Mr. Henry David Thoreau, a fine, brave youth of this town from whom I expect great things. I will send you some of his work soon. My son, young Waldo, is very well, and wife Lydian sends her love. R.W. Emerson.
Okay. There's another letter here. Actually, I should probably leave the sound up because... So, we'll have the sound up. Alright.
Recommendation for Henry David Thoreau. I cordially recommend Mr. Henry D. Thoreau, a graduate of Harvard University in August 1837, to the confidence of such parents or guardians as may propose to employ him as an instructor. I have the highest confidence in Mr. Thoreau's moral character and in his intellectual ability. He is an excellent scholar, a man of energy and kindness, and I shall esteem the town fortunate that secures his services. R. Waldo Emerson.
cool. Alright. Well, there's this whole thing of... Is that folders? Is there stuff in there? No. There's a toy. Dollars. I wish I could see like what that... So there's this icon in the lower left corner. Or am I in the lower left corner? Ooh, I might be in the lower left corner. Okay, so anyway, there's this icon and I'm not sure what it is. I don't see that well. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see, do these doors open? Nope. Does this door open? Nope. Ooh, here's the living room. Whoa, there's a lot of toys.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Is that Emerson? Oh my gosh. That's wild. There's a lot going on here. I didn't get the axe yet, though. Hey, buddy.
Oh, Henry. How goes your new experiment? Has genius struck yet at my woodlot?
Yes, in fact, the experiment is going quite well.
Yes, in fact, the experiment is going quite well.
Excellent to hear. I do look forward to reading your new work. I hope you're keeping a good journal, full of your insights about life in the woods. Since you're here, I could use your assistance with some research I'm doing for a new lecture. Could you spare the time to help me?
I think, so I haven't gotten the axe yet, and I'm not sure how. So let's say certainly. Oops.
Certainly.
Oh, thank you. I know you're quite busy with your own work, but I need help finding my copy of Homer's Iliad. I saw that you were reading it down by your new cabin. Do you still have it there?
Alright.
I haven't seen it, but I can look for it.
Wonderful. Let me mark the very spot I think I left it on your map so that you can find it. In the meanwhile, I found some books on bean planting and local wildlife you might find useful. I put them on the table in my library for you.
That shouldn't be difficult to find. I'll see you again soon.
Alright. Fireplace. I sometimes left a good fire when I went to take a walk in a winter afternoon, and when I returned... Oh, and this is... Oh, a fireplace is the same as a... Okay, that's good to know. There's my bean planting book. Let me get around here.
Interesting.
Old Farmer's Almanac. The Farmer's Almanac is never a big book, and yet I think that the history or poetry of one farm, from a state of nature to the highest state of cultivation, come nearer to being the true subject of a modern epic than the Siege of Jerusalem. Click on the book to read it. Click on the book to read it. Okay. So there's a lot of information in here. Beans need weeding on the second and third days while they grow. Okay, so I do need to definitely weed. Okay. And there was explanation there. Is that now in my journal? Okay. So no, unfortunately, I will have to come back here, and I should have read all that. Edible plants in Massachusetts. I learned that it would cost incredibly little to obtain one's necessary food, even in this latitude, that a man may use as simple a diet as the animals and yet retain health and strength. So I can click on that book to read it. Wild apples, huckleberry, blackberry. I had already found the blueberry. Whoops. You know what? I should have dealt with the beans. I probably should have, like, stayed with the beans. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. Okay, I'm actually kind of going in the right direction. So let's go ahead and run a little bit. Let's check out our bean field. Yep. Okay, going the right direction. Gonna run a little bit. I was just curious, I guess. Oh, stone wall. The grandeur of Thebes was a vulgar grandeur, more sensible as a rod of stone wall that bounds an honest man's field than 100-gated Thebes that has wandered farther from the true end of life. Oh, wrong way. We are not going that way. Why am I going so slow? I was definitely walking faster before. Oh, I didn't get that axe. Like, where was the axe? Shoot, was it like in the yard or something? Leaves. Shall I not have intelligence with the earth? Am I not? Oh, yeah. I read that already. Stone. To what end, pray, is so much stone hammered? Nations are possessed with an insane ambition to perpetuate the memory of themselves by the amount of hammered stone they leave. I love better to see stones in places. Black birch seedling. The seedling stoops to rise, to mount higher in coming years by subtle chemistry, climbing by the sap in the trees. And I read that before. I know I read it before because I was really annoyed by that editing error. Unless it was truly what he wrote, in which case I'm just being... Hey, scented fern, and here's a new one. As I was going along, I perceived the grateful scent of the Dicksonia fern, now partly decayed, and it reminds me of upcountry with its springy mountainsides and unexhausted vigor. Let's check the map again. I am going straight to my bean field. The bean field's right here, in fact. Oh, excellent. Let's check this out. Hopefully, I am here in time to... Bean plot. What shall I learn of bean? Okay. Wait. This plant needs weeding or it will wither soon, or soon wither. Click on the weeds to clear them. Cool. At least they're not making this, like, terrible. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then at the same time, I actually didn't clear the whole thing. So I recall that Thoreau had some pretty serious issues with winter. Or I could be thinking of a book. Oh my gosh, now I need to look this up. There was a book about a kid who read Walden and decided to do the same thing. And this was a book I read in school. I don't remember. I do wish I could fast travel, because, like, that's just going to slow down the game considerably. Even if I am allowed to, like, run everywhere, that's still quite a bit of time. This is cool. Actually, this is kind of chillax right now. This is chillax. You are out of energy. You need to rest near a fire to restore your energy, or you can take a walk in the woods to regain your energy. Come back later and finish the task. Okay, I'll take a walk in the woods. Actually, I mean, I'd really rather go to my cabin. Like, can I do that? Oh, you know, I think there was a fire, like, this way. Wait, I think I went the wrong way. Nope, I didn't. So what's this over here? Yay! I wondered if nighttime was a better time to look for these arrowheads.
When I wrote the following pages, or rather the bulk of them, I lived alone in the woods, a mile from any neighbor, in a house which I had built myself, on the shore of Walden Pond, in Concord, Massachusetts, and earned my living by the labor of my hands only.
Oh, there's another one. Awesome.
When I first took up my abode in the woods, my house was not finished. It was a pleasant hillside where I worked, covered with pine woods, through which I looked out on the pond, and a small open field in the woods where pines and hickories were springing up.
This is great. Oops, let me lower the volume again. Really nice soundtrack. I like it. Can I just go to sleep in here? How does that work? Oh, more arrowheads. But you know what? Aren't I supposed to sleep ever? Isn't that supposed to happen? I assume if I can't click on my bed. Why can't I click on my bed?
There is some of the same fitness in a man's building his own house that there is in a bird's building its own nest. Who knows but if men constructed their dwellings with their own hands and provided food for themselves and families simply and honestly enough, the poetic faculty would be universally developed, as birds universally sing when they are so engaged.
Well,
What are you doing now? Emerson asked. Do you keep a journal? So I make my first entry today.
I'm not sure how to go to sleep when I need to.
July, 1845. Dear Mr. Thoreau, my employer, Dr. Agassiz, was happy to meet you last month with Mr. Emerson, and was quite impressed with your knowledge of local biology. He wonders if you might be able to provide some specimens for him to use in his work. Dr. Agassiz would gladly come to Concord to collect such specimens himself, but is drawn away by numerous and pressing engagements. If you are amenable to this idea, we will soon send you requests for these items and are happy to pay you for your trouble. Sincerely, James Elliott Cabot, Assistant to Dr. Agassiz, Harvard University.
Cool. I mean, there's more here. Okay, good. I can fall asleep. Excellent. Excellent. So when you fall asleep, it takes you to your journal. That's so cool. Okay. Wake where you are or wake in Concord. I'm gonna wake where I am. Late summer.
Here in the woods, I live in each season as it passes, breathe the air, drink the drink, taste the fruit, and resign myself to the influence of the earth.
Well, that kind of worries me.
July 4th, 1845. Dearest Henry, congratulations on the start of your experiment. I hope that the work goes well and the ideas are fruitful. Mr. Emerson says you are intent to devour yourself in our woods, but I hope that you will remember to take good care and keep yourself well. Mother worries, as do I. Your loving sister, Sophia.
Nice. Sophia. Interesting. You're running out of fuel stores. The woodpile icon will appear in the lower left corner when this happens. Find, shop, or buy more fuel to refill your stores. Do I have that axe? I should have awoken in Concord, because I don't think I got that axe ever. Plus, I probably can buy some fuel. Whoops, which way am I facing? Let's head the exact opposite direction. Head back to Concord.
Interesting.
White pine. White pines are far more indifferent to shade than pitch. It is common enough to see groves of little white pines under full-grown pines and oaks. The white pine is the emblem of my life. That's cool. Alright. Nope, I need to go this way. Oh, am I almost at my game field? Sweet, let's go check it out. Just gonna weed the beans. Weed the beans. Planting beans. So that's the lack of fast travel, I think, is the biggest deficit I see to the game right now, because it does take me time to travel. And so it's like I'm not sure I'm actually getting as much done as I should be. I mean, apparently I'm out of fuel, right? So I'm a little concerned about that. I mean, it's cool to have these tasks that are like what he did. I think that's neat to kind of live like that. Uh-oh. Am I hungry? Am I about to starve? I feel like probably I'm hungry. Uh-oh. Oh, my energy's gone. Alright, let's go take a walk in the woods. Stop doing a task. Get yourself chill. Let's see. I'm kind of near a fireplace, aren't I? Or a campfire, I think. Let's keep going. Ooh, and there's like a X, a big red X. So, it's my cabin. Press and hold the right mouse button to check your fuel stores here. You automatically consume several stacks of wood per day, so you'll need to keep refilling your stores. Okay.
Interesting.
Chopping stump. Wood choppers spending their lives in the fields and woods are often in a more favorable mood for observing nature than philosophers or poets even. So I could chop firewood here if you had an axe. So I should have gotten that axe. There's just a lot going on. There's just too much to do. I mean, I guess I have to go to Emerson's and figure out why I didn't get notes, basically. No, but I'm going to go this way first, just because I think I need that campfire. Oh, and there's a book here. Oh, I bet that's the book that Emerson wants. The Iliad. Yep. From the Iliad. I brought this copy of Homer's epic poem about the Trojan War with you to read at the pond. One of the oldest known works of Western literature, it speaks to your love of the classics. In reading the story of both the glories and horrors of war, you are likely to be reminded of the impermanence of human life and its creations. Okay. So I found the book. Good. Down here is the fire, I think. Yep. So let's do that. How do I... Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I needed to do that. So now... Okay, yeah. Okay. I need to find that axe. Because I need to do that. So... I assume I'm going so slow because I'm hungry. There is just a lot to do, and you go so slow, you know. Then again, I suck at video games, so... Oops. Glad I checked. Got lost, too. Going right through the woods. Oh, here's the path. He has a fireplace in his house. I hope he has food in his house. Does he feed me? Running too much will make you feel tired, and then you'll only be able to walk. Resting, especially by a fire, will restore your energy. Ooh, is this blueberries? Nope. Sandbar willow. When the water is at its height, the alders, willows, and maples send forth a mass of fibrous red roots, several feet long from all sides of their stems in the water, and to the height of 3 or 4 feet from the ground, in the effort to maintain themselves. That's cool. Alright, so here I am back at Emerson's, which is amazing, because I'm going to go use the fireplace. I'm not sure where that axe is, and I do need it. So let's not leave here until we've got that axe. But, oh wait, what's this? Hold on, let me make the volume go up. Alright.
Ah, there you are, Henry. This new poem of yours is exceptional. I think it may be the purest strain and the loftiest that has yet peeled from this unpoetic American forest. Tell me, what are you working on next? And have you thought much of publishing your work so that it might reach beyond our small hamlet? Good evening.
Hello.
Okay. Let's see if we can find that axe. Ooh, here's another. Let's go ahead and get the arrowhead and hear what we have to hear.
Men have become the tools of their tools. The man who independently plucked the fruits when he was hungry has become a farmer, and he who stood under a tree for shelter, a housekeeper. We now no longer camp as for a night, but have settled down on earth and forgotten heaven.
What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Here, let me put the lantern. What am I doing? Okay, like, I'm just doing something random. I'm making money. Okay, I finished a thing. Uh-oh. Now I'm tired. Okay, let's stop. Where is my axe? Yes, I know. I'm super tired. Let's go to a fireplace. Okay. So, alright, maybe I need to talk to him again to get an axe. Oh, you found my homework. Good for you, Henry.
Look at that passage about the generation Autumn Leaves. You know the one I mean.
Yes, I've read it.
Well, that's good. I'd hoped you would.
The world will
That
be
it would
rich
give
with
you
color when you are feeling
inspiration.
inspired. Many arrowheads can only be found when you're in this
Reminds me of
state.
the image of heroic life that Homer gives us. I wonder, can we all make our lives heroic in our quality of living, if not on the field of battle? Since you're here, I've also been looking all over for my works of Confucius. I was reading it the other day down by the marsh. Have you seen it there by any chance?
I haven't seen it, but I can look for it.
Wonderful. Let me mark the very spot I think I left it on your map so that you can find it.
That shouldn't be difficult to find. I'll see you again soon.
There you are, Henry. Haven't you found my...
I haven't found it yet, but I'll keep looking.
Where is the darn axe? Y'all. Okay, sorry. Sound got really loud again because I was trying to listen to them. Axe. Where are you, axe? Axe. Maybe it's the other direction. Oh, lantern.
Interesting.
Oops. Oh, I fell asleep. I'm gonna wake up right here. Huh. Remember to seek inspiration. You may find it in the solitude of the stone cairns found throughout the woods. Take your time at these special sites. You can check the second page of your journal for your to-do list, as well as information about the state of your basic needs and inspiration. Fantastic. I really want the axe. You have an urgent letter from Bronson Alcott at your cabin on your bed. Okay. White. Oops. Ooh, there's two things there. Pasture rose. Roses are not so numerous as they once were. Some which I examined now have... Where was the one thing? I don't know. So... That's a back door. I really would like to know where the axe is. Oh, is this the axe? Is this the axe right here? Waiting for me? Axe. It is difficult to begin without borrowing, but perhaps it is the most generous course thus to permit your fellow men to have an interest in your enterprise. This is an axe you can borrow. Click on it to pick it up. Yeah, I will. You now have an axe, which you can use at chopping stumps throughout the woods, stumps with axes in them to replenish your fuel store. Can I do it here? Nice. So basically do this until it's green. Is that true? Probably. Yep, it just turned green. Alright. Fantastic. Wait. Up. Okay. So, a lot of good. A lot of good. I think I want to go to my beans and see how that's going, because I feel like I'm super hungry. And I haven't been able to deal with that. So let's just double check which way we're supposed to go. We are going the right way. Let's just go. Feel like I should go this way. We'll find out in a second. Oops. Well, it is going toward my bean field. There is a chopping stump right by my cabin, so that is good. Oh, it says, roots, why has man rooted himself thus firmly in the earth, but he may rise in the same proportion into the heavens above? For the nobler plants are valued for the fruit they bear at last in the air and light, far from the ground. Well, I don't know, Thoreau. There's a lot of really good roots. Sorry, I'm looking at my work. I have the feeling I should like stop playing in a minute, which is a bummer. I think I'm doing pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna win if the seasons are gonna change that fast, but all right, we're almost at our bean field. Is that a random stump too? I need food. I need food. Here's my beans. Hi, beans. Did I miss this one? Did this one have? Nope. Did it wilt because I... Ah, jeez. See, that's what I'm talking about. Too much time. Like, there's not enough time in the day. Can I... Okay. Well, that's a bummer and a half. Let me tell you. See, this is why I think there should be fast travel. So, despite all my efforts in this regard, I actually have not fed myself with this bean field yet. I am hungry. Like, I don't know how this game is. Like, I don't know if that's why I'm moving so slowly when I walk around, as if I'm like super hungry. I don't know if maybe I should go to Concord and like just buy a bunch of food until I can get this kind of worked out. This bean field. Well, that's my bean field. It's a shame that got messed up. I wish I knew where there were some blueberries, because that's the most... Well, let's go this way. Is this a chopping block? No. I also do not know where the fishing pole is, because I would be happy to fish. I'm hungry. What do I do? Food. I did not know I had food here. Awesome. I don't know what I'm eating, but fantastic. Is it going to be forever till it's green? Probably. There we go. It's green. You have as much food as you can store at this time. You can check your food stores by pressing the right mouse button over the food jars in your cabin. Oh, and here's... Is this a thing? Nope. Is this a thing? So I can do this at my own place as well? Is that because I'm like... fixed? Your shelter's progressing nicely. You've completed 2 walls. Okay, so I'm guessing by winter I need to complete all these walls. So, yeah. Your shelter's progressing nicely. You've completed 4 walls, but you still need a roof. Okay, so basically I'm able to do this like all at once. So that's nice. I'm not rested though. Yes, I know. Need to rest for sure. Can I rest in my... I mean, I've had this problem where I can't rest on my own bed.
Be ready, friend Henry. Tomorrow I will require your assistance with an errand of utmost consequence. Look for my instructions here at your cabin tomorrow morning, and be ready to put your expert knowledge of our woods to work for the cause of freedom. I hope you will not fail me. Most sincerely, A. Bronson Alcott.
Is this the same letter?
July 1845.
Oh.
My dear Henry, Mr. Emerson has assisted my family in acquiring a house near Concord, and there we are now, writing and living like philosophers, which is to say, with little but happily. I will visit you soon and bring Mr. Garrison of the Liberator. We have all been so inspired by his earnest and unequivocal writings regarding the moral stain of slavery on our nation.
Oh, cool.
Perhaps he will speak at our Lyceum on
Well,
the
good.
10th.
Abolitionists,
Yours
amazing.
truly, A. Bronson Alcott.
So I need wood. There's more letters that I can read. Don't I have a chopping block? Oh, here. Let's do this.
My house was on the side of a hill, immediately on the edge of the larger wood, in the midst of a young forest of pitch pines and hickories, and half a dozen rods from the pond, to which a narrow footpath led down the hill. In my front yard grew the strawberry, blackberry, and life everlasting, John's wort and goldenrod, shrub oaks and sand cherry, blueberry and groundnut. My residence was more favorable not only to thought, but to serious reading than a university. And though I was beyond the range of the ordinary circulating library, I had more than ever come within the influence of those books which circulate round the world.
Oh, this is just Homer's book. Okay. Homer's book. It's the Iliad, by the way. Oops. The sound is delightful, but if I start talking, then okay. And there's another one, and there's just, I think I could just keep going, obviously. So let's take a look. Let's see, escape. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. And I'm gonna quit to desktop. So let me do that. Actually, let me go into slots. So basically I'm just gonna like say goodbye here. Let me say a few words about Walden, a game. I think it's delightful. I think that there's so many elements to it that are just really fun to experience. And then I also like how you can you can experience Thoreau's words. Like, I think the game did a really good job of what it set out to do. My only complaints that I said, like, throughout the stream, the lack of a fast travel option, in order to do more. I mean, I get the point, I guess, of not being able to do much during the day, but, I feel like with so many things that you have to get done, whether it's the fuel or the food or the rest, and then you're moving so slowly. Even when you're running, you're moving so slowly, and then you have to go find a fire. That was a little frustrating. And I think that may have been the only frustrating aspect for me. At first, I felt like there was maybe too much to do, but I liked how it still moved through the seasons. Kind of sucks for my bean plants, obviously, that I didn't get back to them in time, but all in all, a great experience. So I recommend, if you're into diving deep into one of the great philosophers from the United States, this is going to be a great experience for you. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I have to get to work, unfortunately, so I'm not sure when I'll stream again. Bye!